Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. So the latest projections for the next Social Security increase have been released. So we're going to be going over what those look like. Plus, Senator Bernie Sanders just released a new bill which would lower the standard work week all the way down to 32 hours. So we'll be going over that as well and much more. But before we go ahead and dive into the main content of today's video, if you wouldn't mind helping me out real quickly by just giving this video a like, that just helps out with the good old YouTube algorithm, and also consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. Plus, if you would like to receive up to $10,000 in free stocks or $10,000 in free cash, in a pinned comment below, I will be leaving a link to Moomoo. All you have to do is once you click on that link is just sign up for a free account and then deposit at least $100. At that point, Moomoo will be sending you at least 5 free stocks worth, once again, all the way up to $10,000. And if you'd really just have the cash, all you have to do is once you receive those free stocks is just sell them for what they're worth and then transfer the cash value right back to your bank account. Okay, so diving right into our lead story of today's video, and that involves Senator Bernie Sanders and his new bill, which would lower the standard work week from 40 hours per week down to 32 hours per week. So we're going to be going over this article here by The Hill. They say that Senator Bernie Sanders on Wednesday introduced a bill to establish a standard 4-day work week in the United States without any reduction in pay. The bill, over a 4-year period, would lower the threshold required for overtime pay from 40 hours to 32 hours. It would require overtime pay at a rate of 1.5 times at a worker's regular salary for workdays longer than 8 hours, and it would require overtime pay at double a worker's regular salary for workdays longer than 12 hours. The 32-Hour Workweek Act would also protect workers' pay and benefits to ensure there's no loss in pay, according to a press release. A press release described the legislation as an important step toward ensuring that workers share in the massive increase in productivity driven by artificial intelligence, automation, and new technology. In a statement, Bernie Sanders said that moving to a 32-hour work week with no loss of pay is not a radical idea. Today, American workers are over 400% more productive than they were in the 1940s, and yet millions of Americans are working longer hours for lower wages than they were decades ago. That has got to change. So let me know in the comment section below what you think about this bill. Do you believe that it should pass and that we should lower the average work week down to 32 hours per week? Now, also in Congress right now, they are looking to ban TikTok or make the current owner of TikTok sell it off to another person. So according to The Hill, pressure builds on Senate to pass potential TikTok ban. So the Senate is facing growing pressure to pass a bill that could ban TikTok after it cleared the House with overwhelming bipartisan support and the blessing of President Biden. The Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary Controlled Applications Act easily passed the House in a 352-65 vote on Wednesday. The bill would require ByteDance, TikTok's China-based parent company, to divest itself of TikTok within a roughly 5-month window or face a ban on U.S. apps and web hosting services. So let me know in the comment section below, do you think that TikTok should be banned? Before, the former president and Donald Trump was saying that we should be banning TikTok, but right now he's coming out and saying, wait, we should not ban TikTok. So Trump is kind of changing his opinion on whether or not TikTok should be banned or be forced to be sold to someone else in the United States. Now, in similar news, of course, we had a newest update, the latest projections of the next Social Security increase, which will take place in 2025, unless, of course, they pass another bill in Congress that would have some sort of other increase, such as Bernie Sanders' bill that would increase benefits across the board by $200 per month. But we do have some latest projections based on the inflation data that was released just a couple of days ago. So according to USA Today, 2025 COLA estimates increase with inflation, but seniors still feel shortchanged. So according to USA Today, the latest estimate for Social Security's cost of living adjustment for 2025 jumped to 2.4% due to sharper gains in inflation last month, according to the Senior Citizens League, a nonprofit advocacy group. In January, the 2025 COLA estimate was 1.75%, so it is increasing from 1.75% last month up to 2.4% this month for 2025. Of course, it is a good bit early to really know exactly what's going to be going on. And of course, we won't know for sure until we have the third quarter numbers, which are going to be the numbers for the months of July, August, and September, which we are going to get in the months of August, September, and October. And then of course in October, we're going to know officially what the cost of living adjustment for Social Security beneficiaries in 2025 are going to be. But if we do in fact see a 2.4% cost of living adjustment in 2025, what exactly is that going to mean across the board for retirees, for SSI beneficiaries, and for SSDI beneficiaries? Well, starting out, we're going to be going with the average retirement benefit. So this year, the average retiree is receiving $1,907 per month. If we do in fact see a 2.4% increase, that's going to boost their benefits up to $1,952 per month on average in 2025. That's going to be an increase of $45 per month or $540 per year. Now, as far as SSI beneficiaries go, this year, the max benefit you can receive if you're an individual receiving SSI benefits is $943 per month. Then if we see a 2.4% cost of living adjustment increase in 2025, that's going to boost that benefit up to $965 per month. That's going to be an increase of $22 per month or $264 over the course of a year. Then finally, for disability this year, the average benefit is $1,537 per month with a 2.4% increase. That would boost that benefit all the way up to $1,573 per month. That's going to be a monthly increase of $36 or over the course of a year, $432. So let me know in the comment section below, would you be happy with a 2.4% increase? Or obviously, do you think it should be just a little bit higher? Now, in our final news piece of today's video, it's going to involve a Republican representative in Colorado. Right now, she currently represents the 3rd Congressional District. She goes by the name of Lauren Boebert. You probably heard of her. She's, definitely made a name for herself in Congress. In some ways, I guess, good. In some ways, of course, bad. One of the most recent incidents, of course, was at a musical that she was at by the name of Beetlejuice. And she was there with a gentleman who was kind of groping her. And then they both eventually got kicked out. It was not the best look for her. And I guess for 2024, she was planning actually on moving over to the 4th congressional seat, because in her last election running for the 3rd congressional seat in the state of Colorado, it was a super, super tight election. She was actually losing at the very end, but she came back and won, I think, by less than 1,000 votes. So it was super tight, and she is once again expected to run against the person she was running against before, and that person is probably expected to win just because of all the, the bad press that she's been getting over the past year or so. So she was actually going to move over to the 4th congressional district, which is right next door. And currently there is a man named by Kim Buck who is currently in that House seat. And that seat is a lot easier to get. It's a lot more red. Trump won that district by right around 16 points. So she would obviously easily win the 4th congressional district. The problem for her, though, is that the person currently that has that seat by the name of Kim Buck, he actually decided to retire early. So he's quitting Congress. He's done with it. He's sick of it, I guess. And so because of that, they're actually going to be running a special primary election for the Republican Party, and they're going to decide who's going to hold that seat through the rest of this year. So Lauren Boebert has a couple of different options. She could have stepped down early from the 3rd congressional seat and quit herself and run for the 4th congressional seat, or she can wait it out and switch at the end of the year. The problem is whoever wins the 4th congressional seat as the Republican this year, they're going to have a much better chance to win come November for the 2025-2026 Congress. So now she's stuck in a tough spot, and she's going to decide to just stick it out in the 3rd congressional seat, which is more than likely going to pit her in a very tough election once again in 2024, coming up in just a few months, against, once again, probably Adam Frisch, and she might end up not actually winning unless she decides to run against whoever wins the special election come in June, the Republican, which I'm not sure what exactly is going to happen, but obviously she's not too happy with Kim Buck retiring early. According to The Hill here, she's slamming Buck's decision as weak sauce, and she's saying that she won't run in this special election. So let me know your thoughts on that and everything that we spoke about in today's video. But that's all we have for today's video. I certainly hope that you enjoyed and found value out of it. If you did, again, I would greatly appreciate it if you could give this video a like. Consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you in the next video.